Swat, a scenic area, has always been known for its rich and diverse heritage. Its people have been the proud guardians of crafts and traditions that are unique. For the past few years, the crafts, heritage, and even the lives of the people of Swat have been victims of fear and uncertainty. The DFID-funded Heritage Foundation project, conceived and executed by UNESCO, came as a ray of hope for many women of Swat, those who were ready to revive their livelihoods, their handicrafts, and above all, their hopes.
It was with some trepidation that I agreed, because at that time things were very disturbed, highly disturbed I would say. There were bomb blasts going on, there were curfews all the time. And in a sense I was putting at risk a lot of people who really did not live in Swat, because we had to bring in people from Karachi, we had to bring in people from Hazara that had been working on the project, and of course people from Peshawar itself. So it was not an easy decision by any means. But on the other hand, I felt that as Pakistanis, we need to step forward and try to do whatever we could, because in a sense I felt that these people are our first defense. They are in the line of fire for Pakistan actually, and in a sense it was our duty to some kind of a responsibility to go and see what we could do for them and with them.
As Swat worked towards recovery, it was recognised that there was a threat to the very existence of traditional skills. Heritage Foundation focused on reviving the local economy and restoring sustainable jobs as soon as possible.
नाना द कोर न बहार वतल लग्रन कारोजी वो हर कल चिदा हेरिटेज फाउंडेशन वाला रालू और दू दा मुंग सर ताउन शोरो को नो रो दा जनाना द कोरुन न बहार तराली और जमुन सेंटर बिया स्टार्ट वागिस्तो दा स्टार्ट न बाद दू दा वो सरा स्कॉलरशिप तरीका बांधी द सेविंग मशीन द डोनेशन पर तरीका बांधी दा वो सरा सनसा मदद वको नु दा मदद पर वजह दावा इनकरेजमेंट ज़्यादा शो बिल्कुल हालात जो टोली दुनिया ता मालूम दी कि सोना सख्त नु पागी के खुला का जनाना खुला प्रेज द नारिनो पर जहन बांधुम ढेर ज़्यादा घट असर शो.
The Heritage Foundation focused on training sufficient numbers of skilled women as trainers and identified those with the potential to become master trainers. The training was based on a culturally sensitive methodology that was easily accepted by the people of Swat. Livelihoods were provided within the home without threatening traditional norms.
We also know that women are highly skilled. They have a lot of skills that that have not been promoted, or they don't know that they can earn money from that. And these are skills which are very important from the point of view of carrying on the tradition and the lifestyle and values and everything else. So we have to make sure that somehow those skills are not, they don't become extinct, that those skills are somehow rejuvenated or propagated.
हेरिटेज फाउंडेशन की वजह से हमने बहुत कुछ सीखा और बाकी स्टूडेंट को फिर मैंने सिखाया, सेंटर में लोगों को सिखाया। अफवान से जो लोग वो आते हैं हमसे वो जो चीज़ें मंगवाते हैं तो हम बहुत आसानी से उसको बेच सकते हैं।
The aim of the training was to instill confidence among traditional women artisans by introducing modern techniques that produced products with greater marketing potential.
सबसे पहले एक यहाँ पे मास्टर ट्रेनर अपनी देखी जो डिप्लोमा होल्डर थी, इसके पास एक्सपीरियंस था, वो एक मास्टर ट्रेनर थी। वहाँ पे हमने मुख्तलिफ यूसी से 12 ट्रेनर सिलेक्ट की थी। उनके पास जिनके पास डिप्लोमा था, जिनको काम आता था, लेकिन जिनको पॉलिश की ज़रूरत थी और सिखाने की ज़रूरत थी। फिर उन ट्रेनर्स ने अपनी 25 से 30 पहले हफ्ते में औरतें लड़कियाँ तैयार की, जिनको उन्होंने अपने घरों में ट्रेन किया। हर 12 ट्रेनर के घर में हमने एक मिनी सेंटर कायम किया, हर यूसी में।
There is so much poverty and there is so much illiteracy that a small project like that cannot claim to have, really made an impact as great as one would like it to have, because finally it's only 500 women we are talking of. But I think those 500 women are now certainly empowered enough. They all have the confidence, and especially our trainers, these young chits of girls, really these young women who were kind of in their homes, and then they have their diplomas, and we selected them because they had the house in which they could bring in other mohalla women and train them. And they've now become so confident, and they now know how to cut a pattern, they know how to do the edging or do the, in terms of lining of things and so on. So although they knew embroidery, but they did not know how to finish a product. Now instead of making dupattas and kameez and so on, they can now do these small products. And I told them, I said, look, you should do a little bit of embroidery so that you don't spend your lifetime doing it, and then try to see that you make good money out of it. And I think they've understood that. They've taken off and they're making really nice things. And what was amazing was to me that they were able to understand the concept so quickly. Because we didn't have that much time, so we had to move really fast. And not only that they took off the concept, but now these trainers think that they're really now trained enough that they can continue to train others. And I think this is what is gratifying. That it's not that we have trained a few and then we've come away, but there are this highly motivated young women who are now opening centers in their homes. I mean, at least 50% of them have already opened these centers, and they are training others.
हम बहुत खुश हैं कि यहाँ पर ये सेंटर खुला हुआ है, इससे हमारी रोजगार बढ़ेगी। हमने अब तक की चेन, मोबाइल कवर एंड बुक मार्क बनाई है और लड़कियों ने बहुत अच्छी तरह बनाई है। इंशाल्लाह आपको वो पसंद आएगी।
मैडम ने बहुत मेहनत की है हमारे साथ, हम लोगों ने बहुत कुछ चीज़ें सिखाई, इसकी वजह से हम लोगों को बहुत पैसे भी मिला है। हम लोग अपने पाँव पे मैडम की वजह से खड़ी हैं, हर किस्म की चीज़ तैयार कर सकती है, बाहर मुल्क भी भेजना चाहती है, लेकिन बाहर मुल्क हमसे मांगती है, हम बेच सकती हैं। हम अपने 50 शागिर्दों को भी बहुत कुछ सिखाया है।
मखिना जी कम दा एम्ब्रॉयडरी स्वात की प्रमोट किया आगे के दाऊ जी मतलब कम लेबर चार्जेस जी वो आगे ढेर कम मिलावे दल फीमेल का आगे के मेनली दाऊ जी पूरा चादर बहु कमीज बहु द फीमेल आगे बाने आगे दा दस्तकारी या एम्ब्रॉयडरी कवल आगे के बा आगे तो हार्डली पूरा चादर बागोई एम्ब्रॉयडरी कार हो को और हार्डली बागो तो 100 रुपीज़ और 150 मिलावे दल चे आगे की ब्या टाइम कंज्यूमेशन जातो टाइम भी ढेर कंज्यूम किए दो और सारा सुमरा रॉ मटेरियल चाहिए आगा बहुम जाता लगे दो द हेरिटेज फाउंडेशन जी मुंग तक कम द प्रोजेक्ट द यूनेस्को पत्रू बाने प्रमोट को आगे द फायदा मिलाओ शो चाहिए को मुंग तो नवी आइडियाज़ राल फीमेल का ची द यो लोई सादर बजे बाने की चेन और मोबाइल पाउच और हैंड बैग्स या कोस्टर्स शू नो दा प्रोमोट शू अगोई ते नवी आइडिया राला और दागे अगर लेबर चार्जेस अगोई था दागे मुताबिक मिलाओ शू
कि कोंडे हमश्ता द आगा दी कोंडे हागा जना पर्टिकुलरली जो बताऊँ कि आगा पदी हालातों की कोंडे शिवी दी जब बंदे बकदा यो सपोर्ट अवी लरागे यो इकोनॉमी की सपोर्ट वाला मरागे और सारा द दी दियो आगा खपल खपो बने खपल उधरे दल
women quickly began to generate income through the Cash for Work programme. Product grading helped to encourage and provide the necessary impetus for improvement. The money disbursed reached the women directly.
वो एक्सप्लोर शो यो खो तो इनकरेजमेंट मिलाओ शो ग्रेडिंग हो शो दे बाकायदा चाचे मेहनतों को अगर ए बी ग्रेड के मुंग सारा राले और हम अगर ए बी ग्रेडिंग वाला जो कमी फीमेल दी अगुई तो अकाउंट्स को लाओ शो एंड राउंड अबाउट 6,500 एंड समथिंग रुपीस अगुई तो राला नो मतलब दा अगुई बदा दा पूरा साल इनकम नो दा दी डेर खास स्टेप हो सी अगुई डेर इनकरेज शो दे
Swat has always been known for its handloom cloth from Salampur. It became the identity of its people. Now, the handicraft has been promoted to a new level. The women of Salampur are the proud owners of their own spinning wheels. Spinning yarn is bringing women closer to empowerment.
The other lot that we found, and since we got to Islampur, which is an amazing center, or was an amazing center of khadi, and I felt that it required a real injection of, how shall we say, a lot of resources to be able to see that it should survive. But another thing that when we went and we found was that although it was a great khadi center, but it was really run by men. And because everybody worked on these huge big looms with big sort of chadars that they make, and even if women work, they had to work on those big khaddis. Now I don't know whether you've ever worked on a khaddi, but it's very tiring because you have to carry on. It takes a lot of strength, and I felt that it's not really right for women somehow to have to do that, because why should everybody be making these huge chadars, or shawls? And so I decided that we should have these small khaddis which women can easily operate, and where we can make small stoles and pattis, which are very popular. And I think the most important aspect of that was that we could install them in their homes, because the homes are not very large, they are really poor people. So if you take a big khaddi, it's impossible to put it in a small sehan that they have. But if it's a small khaddi, it can be put anywhere. And I think that was something that immediately took off.
By introducing small looms for women in their homes, Heritage Foundation has not only revived a handicraft, it has also opened doors through which these women can unleash their creativity.
خو لکه دا به ډېر کم د دې دغه به ډېر کم لکه ډېرو لږو خلکو به اخیستو. اوس د هیریټیج فاونډیشن چې راغی هغوی په دې سټول باندې ډېره زیاته ترجیح ورکړه. نن سبا زموږ د کلي مارکیټینګ ډېر زیات په سټول باندې ډېر زیات تیز شوی دی، ځکه چې اوس هغه زنانه کومو چې د هنر ولید او هغه یره د زړونو نه ورکه شوه، نو هغه اوس د خپل هنر کې ډېر بولډ، ځکه چې تاسو به شاید زموږ پروګرامونه کتلي ومي که نه، ډېر بولډ او ډېر په مضبوط زړه سره راځي او هغه خپل دغه کې ایسالي په خپلو پروګرامونو کې او هغه خپل هنر له ترقي ورکوي.
موږ ډېر زیات خوشحاله یو، زموږ سره ډېر زیات مدد کړی دی. موږ په مدنۍ کې اضافه شوي،
زموږ دپاره دلته سینټر کولاو کړی دی او د هغې نه موږ ډېر شکردار یو، ډېر موږ ته یې فایده راورسوله.
जनाना यानी औरत जो है ये रेट की हाड़ी की हैसियत रखती थी, मगर मजबूरियाँ ये थी कि इसमें इसके कोई सपोर्ट नहीं थी किसी के पास मटेरियल के पैसे नहीं थी, किसी के पास औजार बनाने के नहीं थी। ये इदारा जब आया तो इसने हमारे वो रेड की हड्डी की हैसियत जो है ना इतना मजबूत किया कि अभी हर एक सारे जितनी भी दस्तकार है ख़वातीन वो अपने पाँव पे खड़े हो गए। इस इदारे ने हमें जो डिज़ाइन दिए थे तो वो डिज़ाइन और जो साइज़ दिए थे वो डिज़ाइन जो है ना हमारे ख़वातीन ने बनाया। तो इससे हमारे कारोबार में इतना फ़र्क आया कि डेवलपमेंट भी हो गया और इसका हमें पता लग गया कि दुनिया में क्या डिज़ाइन मार्केट में क्या चलती है, उससे हमें पता लग गया। हमें जो इससे हमारा इल्म में इजाफा हुआ, हमारे कारोबार में बहुत तरक्की आया।
Giving them continuity, even though the project has ended, but we are continuing to give them advice as how they can open up. For instance, open up centers for selling their product. For instance, there are 2 or 3 of our local mobilizers who have got again highly motivated, and we were advising them to collect products from different homes and then display them, for instance, in a shop in Sayyid Sharif, or to bring them and sell them either in Lok Virsa or at the Atwar Bazaar in Islamabad. And I'm just very impressed by the kind of entrepreneurship that they are displaying, because they are ready to do that.
اوس مونږ ګورو که خیر بهر مارکیټینګ د دې هلته مونږ ته هم اډرونه راځي، دلته هم راغلي دي. نو مونږ اوس ګورو چې یاره دا شی زموږ کامیاب شي او زموږ دا کلی د کافي حده پورې وده وکړي. اوس مونږ غواړو چې زموږ دا کاروبار په بین الاقوامي سطح شي. مونږ دا خلک چې دا مختلف ایگزیبیشن ته لاړ شي، دوی وګوري چې یاره زموږ د دې کسب بهر څه ویلیو شته.
Swat, as you all know better than I, is famous for its hand-woven cloth and hand-spun yarn, crafts that are now rapidly fading away. The old practitioners of spinning and spinning wheels and hand looms had given up that craft entirely, but they agreed upon a request from UNESCO and the Heritage Foundation to revive those crafts and use them as the main source of livelihood during this project.
If these women are not economically empowered, they cannot avail all the facilities what we are providing them, like the health, education and everything. So I think that economically we have to, now I think it's a high time that we have to economically empower these women.
By embracing the project wholeheartedly, the brave women of Swat have brought back to their craft the vibrancy that had diminished under adverse circumstances. Through these handicrafts, which they see as part of their identity, they are now strong enough to take their destiny in their own hands.
Thank you.